a comment.
Oh, good.
So, good morning, everyone. I always try to start off with saying something so that everybody knows we're live. Because sometimes I start with chit chat, but hello.
Good
Uh,
morning.
we don't have any viewers quite yet, but we do have a comment because I did ask. I posted this image as part of our uh, I forget what they call it, like a front-facing thing, and the comment was, "What's your favorite craft that we've done so far?"
Oh, yes. What was the comment?
Uh, and it was the T-shirt tote bag. I can use it as a reusable bag at the grocery store and throw it right in the washing machine after use.
That's excellent. I'm so
Yes.
happy to hear that.
And it was it really was a good craft. It is a good thing because especially right now when there's people who, I know not all stores let you use reusable shopping bags, but even for those, I've actually just been telling them to put everything right in the cart because it came out of the cart. It's going to go back into the cart and then I'll bag it in the. I don't want more plastic
Oh,
bags in my house. So
that makes sense. We do reuse plastic bags here.
yeah,
There's so many things that we can do with them. Um, and then, of course, then there are people who make plarn, so the plastic
yes.
yarn. So I don't know. I'm all about reusing or using less if you're able to. So I think that's fabulous.
That is something that I need to learn to do because I have so much plastic. And the customers bring me plastic bags all the time at the store to reuse, which I do try to reuse them, but I still have more than I can do anything with right now. So I need to learn how to do it so I can make mats and things.
Oh yes, yes. It's time consuming, but I in the end it's really worth it because then it lasts forever.
Yeah. Um and Lily says the yarn bracelet.
Yes. Oh, I really enjoyed that. We wear ours around the house.
Yeah,
So,
I will say one of my favorite ones that I still have is the recycled t-shirt. I call it a headband, but you made it a necklace with
yes.
the finger knitting. Like I loved that. That was so fun. I mean, I love everything, but and
Yeah.
I did just get my pom pom supplies. So
Oh, good. I can't wait to see what you made. I had sent you a picture of what
yes,
the pom pom stuffed animal. I mean, there are just so many things that can be done with
yes,
pom poms.
I'm gonna see if I can share that because I forgot to save it. If you're okay with that,
Oh, of
she's doing
course.
such a good job.
It was we are still going strong with pom poms in this house. So.
Okay, so let's save that, and we have some people watching now. Hello, everyone. Leave a comment. Oh, and Lily also says the paper beads.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's terrific. Lily, did you make any necklaces or bracelets out of those? We'd love to see that.
Yes, send us your pictures and we'll share them. All right, I'm going to change so you can see us now as we talk. As long as everybody's ready. Hello, good morning.
Yay! Oh, do we match again? We're both wearing
I know.
gray.
I almost said something earlier. I was like, I don't feel like I own that many gray shirts, but I love that we're matching again.
We don't even do this on purpose. It works
No,
out so well.
exactly. I realize though, I don't think that I own that many gray shirts, but I think a majority of them actually are gray.
It goes with everything. I am white, gray, black, so I'm right in that
Yes,
genre, and you can't go wrong. So,
absolutely. So we are making these cute little notebooks, and as I had the list up earlier, and I will cover my face in a second, but and then I'll figure out how to put the pom pom bear on at the end.
okay,
Um,
yeah. No,
but I
stay
will.
on with me. Don't cover your face. Stay
No,
on.
here I made this like cover thing though, so that you can see, so that it still has the list and the picture. But I can stay on if you want.
I
And
know.
I'll.
I love that. That was a beautiful cover, so people know what we're doing. Because I feel like this is
Yes.
a nice change from the other things that we have done in the past. So
Yeah.
if we're ready to go, this is very simple, and I love your ideas, Liz. That you put put it in your purse,
Oh
take
yes.
it to the beach or wherever you're going. Um, it's it's just a terrific little craft, and you can do once you can decorate it as much as you one in any variety. So we'll go through that. Liz, if you think I should start, I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, sure. I was just gonna say some of the suggestions that I had, which I thought was really fun, was a time capsule, because I think this is such a fun thing to do. Like,
Yes.
you can leave a little note in there about, everything that's going on right now, and find somewhere fun to bury it for someone to find in the future, or for yourself, even if you have your own kind of
Cute.
treasure box. I don't know why, it just felt very time capsule-y to me.
That's so cute. I like miniatures. I like everything small.
Yes,
So it's just such a do little gifts or send little notes. Yeah, I just a plethora of ideas for that and uses. So let's get started. So we're going to use simple printer paper, white paper. It's important for right now in what I'm showing you because of the size measurements that I'm giving, but you can make your variations once you get the hang of this. We need glue. I'm using Elmer's glue instead of hot glue, Liz.
not hot glue.
Thought about it, but that would definitely hurt. And then some colored paper. I have your favorite blue. I have some bright yellow,
Yay.
or you could use some. I guess I just got a square. I had a square of just fun scrapbooking paper. That's what I was trying to say. So different varieties. And all this takes is some folding and cutting, which I'm going to show you. I actually cheat. I don't cut. I tear, and it gives a really neat, like rustic edge that I prefer in my notebooks since it's handmade anyway. So
Yes. Christine said using hot glue. I think she said she's actually using hot glue, which is funny because I just assume less people are going to use hot glue than you use it, but apparently that's not true. And somebody donated a hot glue gun to the bookstore yesterday.
that's
So
fabulous.
yeah, I have I mean, not that I didn't already own two, but now I have a third.
Oh, good. So we can all come and craft together.
Yay!
I don't know which is better. I have not tried with hot glue, but I will defer to Christine because she is an avid crafter and just great at this. So, and she's the one who turned me on to this project. So that's a thank you,
Perfect.
Christine.
Great shout out.
Yay! Okay, so we're gonna take our 8.5 by 11. I think is the proper measurement of our printer paper, and we're going to fold it in half. Now, Liz, I did not figure out how to. I don't have my whole setup to
Flip
go
it
from
over.
above,
Okay.
so I will just lift. So I'm doing a first fold in half. We're going to fold again. And you only need one piece of paper to make this full notebook, but you can put as many in as you'd like. So what I like to do from here, you can use scissors to cut or use a razor to cut. And I don't do that because personally, once I have an edge, I go offline. Okay. So what I do is then go the opposite direction on each fold. So here I'm going to accordion it out, but I'm now going to go the reverse and rub down these seams.
I'm going to say we got a new comment from a new viewer. Betsy came on and said, came on this live Facebook while scrolling through. Looks like fun watching from Bel Air. Yay! Thank you, Betsy.
Oh, that's so exciting. We'll have to check out our others because we have tons of
yes,
crafts.
and we're in Bel Air too, to be clear.
Yes.
You can watch from anywhere. It's not location specific, but we're both in Bel Air, so.
Okay,
all right, so you folded it in half twice.
And then you see how I have now made a
yes.
pretty clear or a deeper fold. Something else that you can do is run a pencil along this line, and I know you'll recognize this pencil. I don't know how I showed up here. So I just drag my pencil side along that fold, and I'm going to do it for each fold. And then I prefer to tear. So wonder if Christine will leave a comment if she's still watching what she likes to do. Because I honestly can't cut in a straight line. So I have a little tear here, and then I hold it flat, and take little pairs. And then I have my perfect slice of paper. So I'm going to do that 4 times.
So in the bookbinding world, we call these deckled edge.
Oh, I did not know that. So I think it's a rustic look.
Yes,
Deckled edge. Thank you.
rough cut or distressed edges is our other names for it. But I always think of deckled edge, but I also think of that because of art history.
Oh, okay. I love it. Okay, so now we will end up with 4 pieces of paper like this, 4 strips. And we're going to go back to folding. We're going to fold in half. And do it again.
Christine said Lily always cuts, but we are trying tearing now.
Oh, excellent. Okay, just make sure you really, I guess, push down on that edge and crease it. Thank you. And it will make it just very, very easy. Hold and go slowly. So we're folding down, going down to, we have this little rectangle. And when you unfold it, you're going to have this accordion. So you do that 4 times with your 4 slips of paper. And once you have that, it's now time to glue all 4 together. I skipped a step. Let's back up. We'll go back to accordion the paper. Open it back up. And we're going to want them to, Liz will probably have the perfect word for this. So right now we have this accordion, but we want it to open like a book. So I'm going to start with this, but we're going to go back and forth. So some will be, I don't know what you would call that, Liz.
I think people usually refer to this kind of folding as fan folding.
Okay.
Because you usually would do that to make a fan. Like if it was a full sheet of paper, I could be wrong. Somebody correct me in the comments. That's just what I think of as when you go back and forth like that. Accordion fold / fan fold.
So instead of being just irregular, we're going to make sure it has the perfect zigzag look. Okay, do that with all 4 sheets first before we move on to the next step. So doing that here. So I have this zigzag again, this accordion fold, and it's going to affect how we glue these together. So here's number 3, and I'm on to number 4. So I am new to the paper crafting world, but it has been very fun. All right, so I have my 4 accordion folds. Now we're going to glue them together. And since we just made sure that we had the accordion, when you glue them together, make sure you're continuing with that accordion fold. So I'm going to glue these together. Just going to take my Elmer's glue, or if you want to do, and I'm going to put a thin rectangle around.
I have some sorry, go ahead, glue. And you're going to glue those together that way. I don't want to interrupt.
Okay.
I was just going to say that I have some interesting Elmer's glue information.
Oh.
So I learned this week recently. Leave a I'm just going to leave it at this. Leave a comment if you're familiar with Elsie the cow from the Borden brand. Do you know the creamers?
Yes.
Most people know that. Well, apparently, Elsie had a family. It was Elsie and Elmer, and they had 3 or 4 kids. and they were known for like brand. They were Holocaust brands. They didn't necessarily belong to one particular company.
Okay.
Oh, their children were Balula and Beauregard.
What wonderful names.
Right? And in 1948. And then they had twins, Larrabee and I can't even pronounce this one, Lobelia in 1957. And they were used for advertising and marketing campaigns. And so then Elsie became mostly related with the Borden brand of creamery. Well, then Elmer started being on Borden brand glues. So that's why we have Elmer's glue, because Elmer is it's actually just the cow's name from the logo from this brand. So
Wow.
I thought that was really interesting. I saw it because there's a really cool commercial of them. They're promoting the glue, and then Elsie walks out, and I'm like, I know her. She's from this other thing, and I'm like, are they related? So I had to look it up because I thought that was very interesting. So you glued
That
your
is
accordion
a fun
together.
fact. Okay, so I have.
Sorry.
No, that's a very fun fact. So I have all my pieces together. So now I have one long accordion. And make sure if you need to make any changes, you do so now. Maybe you find a weird connection. See if you can change it. So I now have my long accordion. Okay, let's put that together. And I'm going to squeeze it tight. Now here, for me, newspaper, this is an unexpected step. So we're now going to double up the papers, okay?
To make them sturdier.
So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to start. I'm going to glue right along this first accordion. So I'm going to glue here, and then skip one, and then skip one, and then skip one. So let me do, if I had an overhead shot, this would definitely be better. So let me show you where I'm going to glue, and I'll give you an idea, and you just follow suit all the way down. So Liz, can you see where I've glued?
Yes. I can
Okay.
see your squares, and I like that you did a few at a time, because then you could just, well, I'll let you explain what you're going to do.
Nope. You can just fold it back up. I just like to keep it straight. All right. Fold it back up. All right, and then you just continue on all the way down your accordion. So I'm going to keep on going, and you'll see what it looks like. We'll have a nice sturdy pages. So,
And I was just thinking you could let it dry overnight by putting like a clothespin or putting it under a heavy book.
exactly. So you can use clips, or you can use paper clips, binder clips. It actually doesn't need that much time. Well, it matters what you're using, but I found from my examples it didn't. If you use minimal glue.
Yeah, Betsy commented. Thank you for joining us, Betsy. Again, a glue stick would also work well. She says she has her grandchildren with her ages 8 and 11 later this month, and they can do. Betsy, you should definitely go back and check out our other crafts. They are on our YouTube channel, Capricos Books YouTube channel, or you can also find them in our live feed. We've done so many great, very easy crafts that are perfect for those ages.
Yes. And I had a glue stick. Mine was like that purpley color, so I was like, I think it
they're supposed to dry
clear, but figured, well, for this purpose. So now once I have it all together, and you flip it, and look, I have a little beginnings of a book, and here's where the bind would be. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. You can close it with clips, or paper clips or binder clips, and let it dry a little bit. So we're going to go on to the cover now. I'm going to use, I like this paper. So I cut it already 15 centimeters by 11 centimeters. And your first fold, actually.
I'm going to put that measurement in the comments. 15 centimeters, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Centimeters by 11?
Yes. Now, you don't want it, this first fold is just going to be, it's not a full fold, it's just more of a marking. So you have the center of your paper. So I see where, now I'm going to bring each side into the center. So my left side and my right side. So let me do that now and I'll show you how it ends up. So this is our first.
So you folded
The
I don't want to say it
initial
half.
fold,
Just you fold the outside flaps into half.
yes. So when I did that, I just was marking where I wanted to make it very easy for me to notice or to mark.
So a light mark, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so here I am. And now I'm going to create a little, oh, Liz, you'll know the proper term. I want a spine.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to fold this not all the way in half, but I'm going to leave just a little, like a couple centimeters. Let's just say like 2 centimeters, okay? So let me fold it and I'll show you. So my first fold isn't all the way to the edge. All right?
Got it. Yes.
I'm going to do that on the other side as well.
Ah, I see. I was trying to picture where this was going and I couldn't figure it out for a second, but now I do.
Okay.
So that's the width of your spine in the end.
Correct. So now I have this beautiful preparation for my cover. So this is what I just created. Now we're going to go back to our the innards of the book. Open this back up. And I'm going to take, first let's put it in and measure so the spine fits well. Now we're going to take the first page and the last page. The first page, which is going to take in the book cover. I'm going to fold this over.
It's almost like making a little dust jacket.
Yes.
It's really the cover because it's making that thick sturdiness on the outside.
So here I have my front cover. And now I'm going to do my back. But we're not done. Oops, go ahead.
I was just going to say the inside decorative pages of a book, like when you open a book and there's some kind of decorative, usually it's a little firmer page, it's called end papers.
Okay. Well, now we have, I'm going to open.
Beautiful.
Now there are 2 things you can do. I mean, it's going to be up to you. In my haste, I used a little too much glue for this sample, but I'm going to use one from here. What you can do now, so we have this perfect little accordion of book pages. You can take the front and slip it into this little opening. And we're going to take the back page and slip it into our little folded area. And that's going to hold it secure. In here. I'm fighting the papers right now. Okay, there we go. So now it is secure.
Oh.
So if you like to make this permanent, you can glue that spine in first, or if you like your cover and you want to reuse it, so say this is just for jotting little notes and you want to keep your spine, you don't have to make this secure. But if you want, you can glue, put it in, and then tuck the first page and back page in. So it's really up to you. I like the idea of changing it out if you've used up the paper.
Yes, definitely.
But that is up to you. And so from here, let me get back in. You have your little notepad notebook. I know I would use this. I'm going to use this for like grocery lists and things that I don't want to forget that come to mind at the crazy times when you need a little pack of paper.
Yes. Definitely good to have handy. I had a woman come in the bookstore yesterday who had a notebook of different series, and she had written down everything that she had so that if she came in and she saw an author that she liked, and she saw a particular title, she would look at her notebook, and if it wasn't in her list, she knew she had to buy it. So this would be a good little series notebook type thing.
Yes. So to go on from there, if you're using blank paper, I did look up some cute little drawings. You can decorate it yourself. If you haven't used colorful paper, you can do a little drawing or a message and just make a cute little gift. So little bear.
Yeah.
If you have stamps, you could stamp the front. I did a little flower drawings. So many ideas that you can go from there.
Christine said it's like covering textbooks in brown paper bag in the good old days. That's exactly right.
That. And then you could draw on them all. Oh yes, all through school doodles.
I definitely did that all the time, and
yes,
when you weren't supposed to do it.
But it was my way to think. I actually concentrate better when I doodle.
Yes.
But I think these make a really cute gift.
So Christine says a little book of inspirational quotes.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. And then Betsy asked where you can find those drawings. So where do you find inspiration for the kawaii faces?
YouTube. So my daughters actually they each have a kawaii drawing or chibai. I don't know if you've heard chibai drawings.
Yeah.
So they were teaching me, and I then just YouTubed it really quick because I am more of a flower person. Like I thought these were cute. I just didn't like how mine turned out. It's not me.
You just show the green one again, and I thought it was really cute. So you did that and then flip it over. Look at that. Like, it just flips over. I just like the way that you did that. So then you have notes on either side. That would be such a cute little fun friendship thing, so that you write your notes back and forth, but you have to flip it over on which side to read. And then it comes in the middle. I'm like, silly little things like that.
So super cute little things, with pocket penguins and little things. I'm into little things. And this is a cute little gift to send to a friend. And you could send it back and forth, especially during this time when
when we have lunches, I was just thinking school lunches, how cute. Like, this would be a fun little mom notebook to write a new note in every day, like, number it, and it's perfect for the lunchbox.
I was thinking lunchbox notes because we do that, but I also had a little punch.
That's so smart, yeah.
And I just slipped in a different color piece of paper behind it. Or just so many stamping. Oh, you name it. There endless possibilities.
Oh, Christine just left in the comments a YouTube channel that's good for drawing faces.
Oh, good.
So Betsy, if you look in the comments of the Facebook video, Christine left a comment with a good video for you to help drawing the faces. I'm not that good artistic. It's funny, I'm an art history major, but history because I couldn't actually do it.
Well, I mean, and everyone has a different talent because faces are hard, and I'm not I don't know. I prefer to draw flowers or something, faces and eyes. I don't know. It's a technique and just takes practice. So that's another thing to practice in.
And Megan says, I foresee Bridget making a ton of these. I can't wait to get started.
Good. And look, the supplies, printer paper, and you can use any sort of color paper. You can even do the printer paper for the cover and just draw on it as well.
Yeah, it's definitely old gift wrap, like pieces of gift wrap. I imagine that's pretty sturdy too. So you could use gift wrap or scrapbook paper. So I wanted to share the pom-pom bear really quick.
Oh, yes.
Since we're already at half an hour, I know it's cutting us off, but this is a pom-pom bear that Julie's daughter made. Look at the detail there. I mean, she's got the little black eyes that she had to trim back. I feel like we've discussed that she's not necessarily into the details, but she really did a good job with this.
Well, I did a little bit of the trimming at the end, I have to tell you. But look she has the kawaii eyes. Do you see the white?
Yes. Exactly. You
So
got your highlights in there,
yes,
and this fun little multicolored heart pom pom.
with the fanning. So
Yes.
I know, one of the things we talked about is a lion's mane. So she did a heart with a lion's mane.
Yes.
So,
That's so perfect.
and that was a gift
So,
to her friend for her birthday. So
oh, yes, and I got my pom pom makers. Like I said, my we there was a little bit of a hiccup with Joanne's and like some confusion
oh,
over ordering and everything. But long story short, my wonderful friend Kathy helped me out, and I got my supplies. I haven't opened the bag yet, so I need to go through it and get them all together.
excellent. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. I can't wait to see what you guys create.
Yes. So what I want to say to as we wrap up is definitely still send us your photos. By the way, for everyone who joined us and is still watching later, I am Liz from Capricos Books. We are a small bookstore in downtown Bel Air behind the Armory, and this is Julie Ellen of Julie Ellen Designs. So follow her on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. We also have our Capricos Books YouTube channel where all of these previous videos are. They are all saved. They're all on there, but I'm going to put them all in a playlist so they're all like in
Okay.
crafting with Charlie, crafting with Julie space. Because Betsy asked, what do I look up for your other YouTube videos? It's just Capricos Books, and I'll try to link it in these comments as well. But I will say the other thing, you can go back and watch all of our previous videos, but I do want to announce that Julie and I have decided that we're going to take a summer break.
Yes.
So I made a fun little
Oh, cute.
check out our other videos. It's just the weather has gotten so nice, and we want to make sure we get a little bit of sunshine and get out of the house while we can, even if it's just in our own yards while we're social distancing still. So definitely follow us again, and follow us on. This is why I strongly suggest following us on Facebook, because you'll find out when we go live again. We're probably going to start recording some ahead of time so that we have them ready to go. And then we'll join you as they play so we can add comments and things like that and communicate with you if you have any questions on those. But we'll record them ahead of time as we have time. But
yeah, and I would say share with your friends and share with us if you have any requests as to activities you would love us to present to you.
yes, please. Absolutely. Definitely. Anytime you see any video, leave a comment in there of something, your ideas of how we could make that video different or better, or that project. And any ideas that you have, definitely share these with your friends so that we can see and share your creations, because we did not get a ton of them. We only got a few to see what you made. And I know that a lot of you are going to be making these later during the summer because I'm sure a lot of people were overwhelmed with school. So now you can take a break and make some things for yourself. And we definitely want to see what you make. And you can send those or leave them in the comments of the videos. Either way will work. So
Perfect.
thank you everybody for joining. And I see Betsy said, glad I stuck around. Thank you. We got a new viewer on our last for now, but we will join you again later. I promise. We will see you all again, and thank you so much. And I really, really want to say thank you so much for Julie for starting this whole thing. She's like, hey, what if we did some crafts? I'm like, sure.
You know, I'm all about crafting.
Yes,
So,
I love it, and it was such
well,
a great partnership, and I appreciate it.
well, I appreciate you, Liz. You are just a wonderful supporter of the arts and our town. So thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day,
All
everybody.
right, take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.